So next question which we have is hierarchy of courts in England. What is hierarchy?
High Court, ma'am.
Hierarchy?
The structure of the
Yes.
courts, Supreme Court, High
Yes.
Court, that one, ma'am.
Yeah, the order, right? That who is supreme, who would come next accordingly. That is hierarchy. So they are asking about hierarchy of courts in England. Now, in India, we have Supreme Court, High Court, and then all the other courts, right? But it's not same in all the different countries, all right? They would have different names for Supreme Court, they would have different names for High Court, and then there may be different other courts also, all right? So they are asking you about hierarchy of courts in England, so you need to accordingly study this, okay? You can give one introduction that courts are a primary part of legal process in any country, but different courts in a country have different jurisdiction and powers. Whatever powers High Court of India has, High Court of England may have different set of powers, all right? High Court of Supreme Court.
Jurisdiction means?
Jurisdiction is like power.
Okay.
Okay, your university is having jurisdiction on the colleges that are coming under them, right? But they would not have jurisdiction on some other university like Alliance University, right? KSLU will have jurisdiction on KSLU and other colleges that are coming within them. But KSLU will have no jurisdiction over Alliance University, right? That is jurisdiction where you have your power, all right? So courts are primary parts of legal process in any country, but different courts in a country have different jurisdiction or powers. That means whatever powers High Court of Karnataka is having or High Court of Delhi is having, High Courts of England may have different set of powers, right? Whatever power Supreme Court of India is having, Supreme Court of England may have different set of powers. That means courts structure is also different and powers may also vary based on the country, all right? There may be some similarities, but they may vary also. Based on the same, there are different hierarchy of courts. So hierarchy is what? It may be based on jurisdiction or power. Now, what is the difference between jurisdiction and power? Jurisdiction is like, like the territory, all right? Supreme Court of India has jurisdiction over entire India. All right, that means what? Jurisdiction as in the territory, all right? Or High Court of Karnataka has jurisdiction over entire Karnataka. That means what? That is territory, right? Territorial jurisdiction. Another one is called in terms of power, what is jurisdiction? All right, that this particular court, there is a magistrate court who can pass any order, but they cannot give death penalty. All right, capital punishment, death sentence, they cannot give. Sessions Court can give death sentence, but again, High Court will have to approve. That means how much punishment can you give? All right, so higher this jurisdiction may be where is it that your jurisdiction is applicable? Is it the entire state? Is it entire India? Where is it that it is applicable? And in terms of power, how much of punishment you can give? How many years of jail sentence you can give? All right, so it will include both the two things.
Okay.
So different courts in the country have different jurisdictions or powers. Based on the same, there are different hierarchy of courts. That means based on your jurisdiction, that is area of work, as well as how much of punishment you can give, based on those two different things, it will differ, right? Hierarchy of courts will accordingly be set up. Now, hierarchy of courts in England, you can give one heading and you can start with this. Court system in England consists of 5 different levels. So level as in different hierarchy, all right? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Accordingly, 5 different hierarchies of court we have in England. First one is Supreme Court, formerly known as House of Lords, all right? So even if you do not remember this part, it's completely fine. You can remember Supreme Court is the first one, same like India. Supreme Court is the highest court in England. In India also it is the highest apex court. In England also it's same, it is the highest or apex court in England. It hears appeals from Court of Appeal and High Courts. in certain situations. Appeals are normally heard by 5 justices, but there can be as many as 9 judges as well, 9 justices as well. One day, if you remember, I told you that how many how many judges are hearing a particular case. I told you, if you remember that. Okay,
Five
fine.
judges, Nama.
Hmm?
Five
Yeah, five.
judges.
5 judges also may be there. Some matters are heard only by 1 judge, some by 2. In India, it is like different, all right? But in Supreme Court, usually what happens, it is 5 justices or it may go up to 9. But in India, we have different things, okay? Like 1 judge also may be there, 3 also may be there. 1 would be called as single judgment, 3 would be called as division bench, 5 would be called as constitution bench. More than 5 also it can go. Maximum we had one bench where there were 13 judges. All right, so it will depend. But here what happens, it will be 5 to 8 only, okay, in between this only. It may be 5, 7 or 9 justices who will hear the matter. So you can simply remember it is Supreme Court is the apex or highest court in England. It will hear appeal from Court of Appeal and High Court. These are two different courts names, all right? Court of Appeal and High Court. And appeals will normally be heard by 5 judges or 7 or 9 judges. In India, what happens after Supreme Court? Who is the second court in terms of hierarchy?
High Court.
High Court, right? But in England, what happens? They have another court that is called as Court of Appeal. That means they have Supreme Court, then they have Court of Appeal. After that, only they have High Court, right? We do not have this Court of Appeal thing in India. So,
yes,
they have Court of Appeal. In terms of hierarchy, Court of Appeal is the second category of court in England. Court of Appeal consists of 2 divisions, criminal division and civil division. Parties aggrieved by the decision of Court of Appeal may appeal to Supreme Court. That means if you are not satisfied with the decision of Court of Appeal also, you can go before Supreme Court and you can appeal for the matter. Okay. Appeal basically means from a lower court you are coming to a higher, then higher, and then you are going to the highest court. All of those would be appeal. When you jump up one level and go to another higher court, right? It is called as appeal. Okay.
Okay.
So you would go for appeal basically when you are not happy with the judgment that has come. All right. So if you are not happy with this judgment of Court of Appeal, you can go before Supreme Court of India and file your appeal. It will hear both cases with regard to criminal as well as civil matters.
Okay.
Then third one is High Court. In India, we have second one High Court. Here we have third one as High Court. The third category of court in England is High Court. High Court consists of 3 divisions dealing with 3 different types of matters. So there can be different types of matters, right? It may be with regard to divorce and custody of a child. It may be with regard to some kind of crimes, right? Accordingly, they have 3 different divisions dealing with 3 different areas of law. So High Court is the third level court they have. Now, in fourth level, they have 2 different courts. One is called as Country Court. Another one is called as Crown Court. All right. Country Court deals with civil matters such as claim of repayment of debt. I had taken some money from you of 5,000 rupees and I told you that I will be returning that amount. If I do not return, you will file a case for repayment of debt. All right. That I need to repay the debt that I had taken. So those matters are considered as civil matter. Those will go before Country Court. Breach of contract involving goods or property. I told you that I will be supplying you 10 mobile phones, but I did not supply. That is what breach of contract involving goods. Breach means?
Breach means that promise breaking, ma'am.
Yeah, promise breaking. Right? Here, breach of contract means you broke the contract. Right? I told you I'll be supplying you 10 pieces of mobile phone. I did not do. That means I broke my promise. Those matters will also go before Country Court. Similarly, family issues like adoption, divorce, all those would also go before Country Court. All right? And accordingly. Then we have another court called as Crown Court. All right. What is Crown Court? It will deal with criminal cases. So this one will deal with civil matters. Crown Court will deal with criminal matters. All right. That has been transferred from magistrate court. That means magistrate is the next level court. All right. Whatever is transferred to them, they will hear all those matters. So here you can remember at the fourth level or fourth category, we have country court and crown court. All right, country court would hear civil matters. What are example of civil matters? Adoption, divorce.
Ma'am, after High Court, what will get, ma'am?
Yeah, after High Court, this is the fourth level. Country court and crown court. These both are at the same level. So we have
England, no, ma'am.
Yeah,
This is in England. In India, ma'am.
In India, we have sessions court, district and sessions court.
We have Indian High Court, hierarchy of India also, ma'am.
Yeah, in one question I saw hierarchy of criminal courts in India, I guess.
You'll explain that also, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for England, you can simply remember, okay, that country court and crown court, these are at the same level. Fourth one, country court would deal with civil matters like marriage, divorce, adoption, property related issues, repayment of debt, breach of contract, etc. Right? Now you know civil matters are less serious, criminal matters are more serious. Right? So crown court would deal with criminal matters. Why? Because they are more serious. You can remember like crown, all right? Crown, who is wearing a crown like a king or queen, they would deal with more serious matters, right? Accordingly, you can remember that crown court would deal with criminal matters which have been transferred from magistrate court. All right, this is the fourth level court that we have, and then the fifth one. Easy only. You can simply remember one sentence. Okay. Fifth one, we have again two different court, magistrate court and tribunals. Okay, these are again at the same level. So we are discussing at once. Magistrate court deals with criminal cases and simple civil cases. Okay, that means some very civil minor matters that they will deal with, and mostly they would deal with criminal matters. Okay, criminal decisions of magistrate court may be appealed to crown court. If you are not satisfied with this criminal matter decided by magistrate court, you can appeal before crown court. Civil decisions may be appealed to country court. Okay, that means magistrate court is like the lowest level court. All right, whatever criminal or civil matter you have, whatever problem you have, you would go before magistrate court. You will file a case there, right? If you are happy with that decision, that's fine. You go with it. If you are not happy with that, you can go for appeal, right? So magistrate court would mostly deal with criminal cases and some simple matters also. Then we have tribunals. So we know, right, tribunals are for specific areas only. So there may be tribunals that talk about asylum, immigration, criminal injuries, compensation, social security, education, employment, child support, pension, tax, land, etc. Decisions of tribunal may be appealed to the appropriate division of High Court. So tribunals would basically deal with some specific matters, okay, right? Like education, child support, pension, social security, all right, all those matters. So we will go from below to top, okay? First level, we have tribunals who deal with some specific matters like education, social security, child support, pension, etc. If you are not happy with that decision, you can file appeal before High Court. Okay? From
education, child support, and then education, child support. Ma'am, tributes means education, child support, and
yeah, you can just, for example, you can write tribunals who deal with different matters like child support, education, pension, tax, social security.
Okay.
Okay. If you are not happy with that decision, you will go for appeal before High Court. Okay, you can draw like a diagram also so that you can remember by seeing that. Okay, from tribunal, you would go before High Court. Then at the same level, we have magistrate court who will deal with civil or criminal matters. right? If you want to file a case, whether civil or criminal, you will go before magistrate court, you will file a case, right? If you are not happy with the magistrate court, then what do you do? Next level, you have two different.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You have country court that deals with civil matters. So if you are not happy with a civil case decided by magistrate court, you file an appeal before country court. If you are not happy with a criminal decision given by magistrate court, you go before crown court. Okay. Next are easy only. Then we have high court, where we have three different divisions dealing with three different types of matters. Then we have court of appeal, where again we have civil and criminal division. And lastly, we have Supreme Court, right? On top we have Supreme Court. So Supreme Court, civil, Supreme Court, court of appeal, we have high court, then we have country court and crown court, and then we have magistrate court and tribunal. These are the 5 different hierarchy of courts in England.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can finally give like a conclusion that division of court in different hierarchy helps us to ensure that courts are not overburdened. Why? Because they are dividing. For civil matters, you go here. For criminal, you go here. For child support, you go there. That means it's divided, right? Everyone, all of us are not going to the same court. They are not overburdened. So it will help in that. It also ensures aggrieved party have been given enough legal resources in case they are not satisfied with the decision of lower court. If you are not satisfied with the decision of magistrate court, you have options to go for appeal, right? So that will give you a satisfaction. So that thing you can write in conclusion part. Okay. Is it clear?